Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Write With Me at IELTS Juice. We have an essay to go through, and here's the rubric. It says, some people believe that professionals, such as doctors and engineers, should be required to work in the country where they did their training. So the scale here is not a company, not a corporation, or even a province or born city. It's a country. We carry on because the rubric continues. Others believe they refers to these professionals, doctors and engineers, should be free to work in another country if they want or if they wish. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So, this is a classic discussion-led essay. We are dealing with three main parts. We need to discuss the first camp and then the second camp, and we also need to mention our opinion. All these elements require proper development, all of them. So, how do we address this? Before I go ahead and arrange my sentences here, I would like to point out that IELTS doesn't give us free examples. When IELTS says, such as doctors and engineers, yes, you can technically write another example. You can say astronauts, you can say nurses, you can say teachers, but when you do that, do not expect the highest possible score, because IELTS gives us an example, limits us, and wants to say, or wants to actually see how well we do when these situations are limiting our English knowledge. And they will test you on that. IELTS will not publicly state that. If you ask IELTS publicly, they say, these are examples. These are just there for you to have an idea to help you get a score. Yes, but in reality, this is not a free example. This is there for a reason. My suggestion is that you stick to the examples and try to come up with sentences related to doctors and engineers. If you want a high, very high score, if you want a normal score, it's fine. You can come up with other examples and IELTS will still assess your essay. Anyway, let's begin. You know, at the very beginning, I need my attention grabber. My attention grabber here is something like, I'm going to make it a little dramatic. Once you're graduated from university, are you locked in your country, or you're free to go anywhere you want? I don't write it as a question. I would write it like, many university graduates complain that once they are graduated, they feel that they are locked in their country forever. That can be my sentence. And when somebody reads it, they would say, oh, they're locked in? You mean like a prison? Oh, which country imprisons their graduates? And this becomes a little scary. You grabs people's attention. This is just me. That's my example. You can, of course, come up with better sentences. But I just wanted to give you one example how you can actually grab your audience's attention. Next, I need some connecting info. In the connecting info, we need to introduce the camps. We have a camp that says, once they are graduated, then these doctors and engineers must contribute to their society because the society invested in them. You don't have to say because. You can this is you and me. I'm just telling you the idea. So you introduce the first camp of those people who believe you are in debt to your community, and then introduce the second camp and tell your audience that, yeah, the second camp believes that these people should, like any human being, should be free to choose. If they're willing to stay, they should stay. If they're willing to go anywhere else, that they find the opportunity for growth, let them go and thrive and be better people in their lives. So again, I don't want you to start talking about this. This is for the first time I'm introducing these two camps and I'm talking to you. Just make sure that you introduce the camps. First camp believes that these people are in debt to the society they were born in, and they received their training, so they should stay. The other camp believes they're human beings and they're free to go or to leave. That's all I need. And then comes your most important statements. I'm going to keep these out for a moment. Thesis statement is going to be your opinion. And your opinion matters because here I want you to seriously choose one camp. The way I look at this, and it is me, you can again come up with a different approach, but the way I look at this and the way I can suggest, I do not see any other option. You either stay in the country and contribute, or you are either free and you can stay or you can leave. I do not see a third method here. It's rather weird for me to come up with a third method, and it's very difficult. So my opinion will fall under one of these two camps, 100%. This emphasis on 100% is absolutely important. I'm going to put it here. Remember, my opinion falls 100% under one of these camps. And the development of that camp will become my opinion's development as well. I do not have anything extra than what I believe is suitable or is the discourse in any of these camps that I choose to be in. Once we're clear on that, I need to introduce the two camps. I would like to introduce the camp that I'm not close to here. So let's say camp one is the one that believes these people are locked in, they cannot leave. It's like Hotel California. Oh no. So I hope you get my reference. And then there is another camp who is in line with your opinion, and it's there. Do not say your opinion. Do not necessarily say this is your opinion. Make sure it is their show. Look at the rubric. It says discuss both these views and say your opinion, give your opinion, state your opinion. Your opinion comes after you fully develop the two camps. So look at these two as completely two alien opinions, two completely separate opinions from you. Give them a fair development each, and then you can jump in. You already said where your ideas fall under. In the conclusion, you can also say, yeah, as I said, my ideas are closer to this. So give them priority and make sure you develop them. Remember, professionals such as doctors and engineers, doctors and engineers. Make all your examples related to doctors and engineers. Doctors and engineers. You can change doctors to, I don't know, psychologists and physicians, general practitioners, and I don't know, surgeons. You can change the engineers from mechanical engineers to civil engineers to, uh, um, I don't know, industrial engineers, uh, urban engineers, whatever. I'm sure the field of engineering is so vast that you can come up with any idea you want. IELTS doesn't say which type of engineers. Try to come up with examples from different fields of engineering and different fields of physician or medicine. Okay, and what I can say, another important point before I move on to conclusion, is that make sure you follow the organization. So first talk about doctors and then engineers. And here also first talk about doctors and then engineers. So the organization should match, actually must match, the organization of the examples stated in the rubric. Doctors, engineers, doctors, engineers. And then you come up with a conclusion. What are you going to do in the conclusion? You paraphrase your thesis statement. Remember thesis statement? You paraphrase it. And here, once again, state that there are two camps. And you can even say why by mentioning the ideas or the examples you mentioned here, just their labels. For instance, if this camp believes people are indebted to the society, you can point out to the time that they invested in these people and the money and the future, and it's very important that for the next generation to be able to have access to such quality education, and break it down into two elements again, first doctors and then engineers. And the second one, focus on talking about well, anybody is free to choose. If somebody is contributing to humanity from another location, it doesn't mean, and in the end, we all win. So it doesn't matter if this is the point. Or you can focus on technology, tools, equipment. You can say, if somebody is such an expert in their country, but the tools are not enough, or I mean, you know, it's not, their facilities are not well equipped, they have no choice but to move out to another location. And you can say they always can come back, they can always support their community, they can always hold virtual meetings, things like that. And again, remember, separated into two: doctors, physicians. Doctors can televise their procedures, their prescriptions, their surgery operations as they do for their people back in the country. And engineers can sign contracts and delegate work to other engineers, or ask them to come in for internships in their own projects. Things can move forward like that when you know what you're talking about, and you say those elements. Remember to break them all down again here in the last part. Once that is over, state your opinion and say, based on the ideas I just mentioned, I completely believe that this camp is right. My ideas are fully in line with this camp, and that's where I need to, you know, follow everything. That's the camp that I would like to follow. Do you need any other body paragraph? No. For this particular rubric, I don't suggest any more body paragraphs. You want? Yes, but I don't see the need for. Do you need another sentence to say about prediction suggestion? No. You don't need any other people's opinions. You don't need to oppose. You don't need to damage or attack another camp. You don't need to. You can. Your opinion is standalone. You have a solid base of supporters. So, and you have your own agenda. Focus your efforts on your agenda, on your topic. And that's about it. Easy, straightforward, and will help you get to a higher or even very high score at IELTS. If you wish to see a sample on this, you know where to click. If you wish to see other videos like this, or maybe videos on letters and reports with a little green apple over here, click the video here. Don't forget, eat healthy.